For the last week or two, I've mentioned making a video on backups, so I guess I'd finally do it here today. Before I begin though, I would like to ask you two questions. First of all, if your computer were to be destroyed today, would you lose anything important? Furthermore, if your cloud storage up and disappeared, would you lose anything important there as well? If you answered yes to either of these questions, then you really need to watch this video and consider what I have to say. Otherwise, if you already have a system of backups, then this video may come in handy, but at least you're already protecting yourself to an extent, or completely. For this video, I will list my backup strategy, and you're free to deviate it and do your own thing, but by demonstrating my strategy, I hope that I help you understand my process and help you build your own process. Before beginning to backup, one must first take an inventory of what files are important to themselves. Operating systems and software can usually be reinstalled, so there's little need to back those things up. Furthermore, music and videos from services like Spotify or Netflix and files such as audiobooks and the like downloaded from places like LibriVox are also usually not needing a backup. Additionally, data such as work data is oftentimes the responsibility of your employer. Now don't get me wrong, if you have an important data that you're working on and it's for work, but it's in your control, then by all means keep it backed up. At the same time, however, sometimes you can even get into trouble for storing work data on your own devices, so use your own common sense here in your own situation. Anyway, take inventory of the files that you do need to back up. This could include photos, documents, passwords, crypto keys, and anything else that you can't afford to lose. Now, prepare to back up your data. I recommend storing all important data in 3 places: on the cloud, on your main PC, and on a local backup. Before putting them there, however, consider the security of them. Some things like photos need minimal security, but things like password and important documents will need security of some form. I recently made a YouTube Shorts video on different ways to encrypt your data, so I would actually recommend looking into that, and that'll give you an overview of your different options in order to secure your data in your backups. So, let's start out with cloud storage. Now, there may be things that you have a hard time storing on the cloud because of their size. For example, as I create YouTube videos, I have a growing number of videos with a growing amount of size. I don't upload those videos to cloud storage, though I guess you could argue that YouTube itself is cloud storage, and I just keep them on my local computer's hard drive and also on a local backup. Additionally, when storing data on the cloud, you may need to consider encrypting important documents. Again, check out my YouTube Shorts on the topic. Anyway, once you have everything sorted through and anything that needs encrypting encrypted, simply upload your files. Services like Amazon Prime Photos is a great tool for photo backups, and any cloud storage such as Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Dropbox, and the like are perfectly fine for anything else that you just need to upload and keep secure. Now, time to bring up the topic of your computer. Normally, you would consider backups as a secondary copy of your files, with the files that need to be backed up located on your computer mainly, but times are changing and there's a lot more cloud storage. Make sure that any files that you can't afford to lose are located on your main computer's hard drive or SSD or whatever else you're using. When I refer to your main computer, I'm talking about your laptop or desktop that you use for standard computer tasks, not your work computer, phone/tablet, or an old device that you no longer use. If you have files safely stored on the your main computer devices, then that's fine, but don't rely on those as backups. Phones and tablets are easily dropped, broken, or stolen. Work computers are likely the property of your company and not you, and old devices that have been sitting around could already be broken and you might just not know. Additionally, make sure your files on cloud storage are also on your local drive. I've been guilty of doing this myself in the past, leaving some files slowly on the cloud storage and not on my local device, or maybe photos on my phone and cloud storage but not on my computer or other physical backups, so just make sure that every file you have that is important is located on your computer itself. Finally, make sure to have a local physical backup. These could be thumb drives, portable hard drives, CDs or DVDs, and even internal hard drives using a hard drive to USB adapter. Store these unconnected from your computer unless you're using it, which I will discuss the importance of later, and also, with local backups, you have the option to have multiple copies of them and a second or third copy in a different geographical location, such as a safety deposit box or a friend's house or something like that, though it's not necessary thanks to cloud storage. Also, keep bitrot in mind. I made a YouTube video a little while back, but ultimately, physical storage has the possibility to degrade when not in use, so make sure to take that into account. Additionally, I just did a video on air-gapped cold storage that can double as a non-cold storage backup of your files, which may be considered here as well. Both videos should have appeared in the upper right corner of the screen, and they might be useful for this topic. Okay, so now I thought I'd run through a few scenarios that might explain how this setup is resistant to you losing all your data. Examples include the shutdown or destruction of a data center can destroy any cloud storage, physical theft, fire, Natural disasters and the like can destroy your normal computer and any local backups in the same geographical location. Intrusions into your computer, such as malware or ransomware, can destroy the data on your main computer. On cloud storage, if it can be accessed from the device the attack was on using saved passwords or synchronization, and any local backups that are currently connected to the device. And data theft, from a physical or virtual attempt, can allow individuals to get a hold of any non-encrypted data from both you or cloud storage through an attack either on your digital devices or on the cloud storage infrastructure respectively. With the examples above, however, you might be able to tell that if you A. have your computer's hard drive with the data on it, B. have data on cloud storage, and C. if you have a local backup that is not connected to your computer, then you're probably safe. The examples above could destroy one or two of the locations that your data is in, but it is unlikely that all three will be destroyed at one point. And if one or more locations of the data was destroyed, you would hopefully immediately start replacing the destroyed backups with new backups to prevent at least the last one from disappearing as well. Anyway, I hope this helped. Again, this is the setup that I use, but I hope that having watched it, you might be able to have gained something from this to work into your own backup routine. Thanks for watching.